If you hate Jesus, then just keep scrolling. But if you love Jesus, then stick around and watch until the end. God is saying to you today, true confidence is the direct result of aligning with your best self and becoming aware of your true nature. It is a reflection of self-love and self-acceptance. A lack of confidence, therefore, isn't a lack of self-belief. It is a lack of awareness of who you really are and a lack of self-love or self-acceptance. It is what happens when you're unaware of or currently not aligning with the power, purpose, and greatness that is within you. It's time that you let the world see your gifts and talents, put them on display. No one can see your greatness or potential when you're hiding away from the world and making yourself small. You can't blame others for not seeing your greatness when you're not seeing it within yourself often enough. It's time to embrace the unknown and time to put yourself out there into the world. You can't keep living within the limits of your fears and your past. Claim your brilliance and stand in your light. Let yourself be seen. Like this video if you have a believe in God. God message for you today. No one sees your flaws as clearly as you do. They're never as big and as prominent as you believe that they are. It is your viewpoint, or more accurately, the wavelength that you're seeing yourself, and your flaws from that is distorting your perception of them. Your perception of your flaws is just a reflection of your vibration regarding it, and not a reflection of the truth. From that lower perspective, you will tend to make your flaws bigger than they really are. Until you vibrate higher, you won't be able to have enough distance or space from them to see yourself or your flaws clearly. Only then will you be able to have a true perspective of things. Type yes to a firm universe message today. It's so important that you stop taking things so personally. Whenever you constantly take everything personally, you'll tend to hold on to, analyze, and claim the pain-based words that others are projecting and store them away as personal belongings. Very often, those words have nothing to do with you, however. When you're in pain, you'll think that every remark is directed towards you. It's time to release all of those hurtful comments that you have held onto, store away, and continue to hurt yourself with. Confidence isn't something that only a select few people have. It's not something that you have to earn either. It is a choice. Confidence is a consistent choice, commitment and decision to believe in yourself, your power, your abilities, worth, value, and purpose. It takes practice, though. Confidence is a positive thing. It's knowing that you're just as good as everyone else. Only cockiness is thinking that you're better than everyone else. Confidence is loving yourself continuously and unconditionally, and never needing another to like you or what you do so that you can like yourself. Type yes if you agree. God message today. Appreciation is one of the most powerful feelings in the entire world. It has the power to completely transform your life. Simply repeating the phrase, thank you, thank you, thank you, from a feeling of heartfelt appreciation and gratitude will have a profound effect on your entire life. Please note, this isn't about saying thank you to make anything happen or from the feeling of I'm not worthy of having it. It is gratitude knowing and affirming your power and worthiness. It's called gratefulness and not great emptings for a reason. You're not here to see how much you can take or handle. You're here for you first. It isn't a selfish approach to think of life that way. It is a self-full and self-aware one. Until you understand that your own peace and purpose is valid and important, and until you start prioritizing your own well-being, you won't be able to give others the help that they need. All great, lasting and worthwhile things unfold from that self-fullness when you allow your actions to be an extension of the love and worth that you have for yourself. Type 2. 2 to affirm this to yourself. God message for you today. Although you may not have an issue in voicing your opinion, are you as vocal when it comes to standing up for yourself? If you have trouble standing up for yourself, it's likely that your truth or your power was suppressed in the past. Please know that you matter. Your feelings matter. Your experience and viewpoint is valid. Your truth is powerful. Your voice has power. You don't have to make yourself as small and as accommodating as possible anymore to avoid getting hurt. No more casting aside your feelings. Tan into your power, protect your peace, fee your worth, and let your truth roar. God says, being untouchable and not needing anyone isn't a sign of your strength. It's a reflection of your fear. You don't need to have impenetrable walls all around you to be safe. That is what healthy boundaries are for. Boundaries are a reflection of your worth and peace. Walls are a reflection of your pain and hurt. You don't have to hide away from life and protect yourself to that degree anymore. You determine your own peace now. Let them in and let yourself out. Once you've healed, open up and let the world see as you are. Type Amen if you trust in God. God message today. If this message reached you today, it's for you. First of all, life is worth living. You're such a kind, gentle, and loving soul. Don't let other people's cruel actions stop you from seeing that. There is more to life than what you've experienced lately. Please stick around to see it. If there is something in your life that's causing you pain and heartache at present, that is a call to bring an acceptance to it now. Change what you can and acknowledge and allow what you can't. You're greater than your mistakes. You're more than what you've been through, including what has been done to you. Going forward, take this affirmation with you. I am bigger than all was, greater than what is, and worthy of will be. Type Amen. If you believe this, God says today, any time that you feel that impulse or call within you to be kind or to send a message of love, encouragement, or appreciation to someone, do it. You won't regret it. Don't underestimate the impact that your kindness will have on someone else's life. You never know the secret battles that people are fighting and how much your words and actions can help. That thought of kindness that came through when you were at peace isn't there without purpose. Your higher self delivered you that thought for a greater reason. Trust the Maiwao information that comes through. Listen to that call. Universe message for you today. Telling someone the truth is one of the highest acts of love, whether they know it or not. No matter how hard you try, many people will not understand why you do what you do, and many others will underestimate you and never take you seriously, even if time takes care of revealing and confirming each and every one of the things you were trying to expose and share with them. But don't worry, embrace it just as it is. That's life. I know it's difficult to accept, and some days are harder than others, but just try to flow like the water which even after the most ferocious storm, it will find its level. Never lose focus. Keep your feet on the ground and your spirit in the skies. Be thankful for who you are, what you possess, and what you have to give. Never doubt your greatness and the purpose and importance of your existence. Type 11. 11 if you agree this. Today's message, when you imagined you were the person you wanted to be and heard your friends rejoice at your good fortune, you entered that state and prepared a place in which to dwell. For at that moment, Christ in you was speaking to the outer, rational you. As your own wonderful human imagination, Christ is telling you that he knows you are afraid, that you have obligations in life which must be met, but to not be afraid, for I will go and prepare a place for you. Knowing this, close your physical eyes upon the world round about you, and let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid, for all things are possible to Christ in you. Let him prepare the state, for he is the way to its fulfillment. Type, I am ready to shine to affirm. Today's God message, don't confuse truth with positivity. The truth is bitter, and it's something that the ego doesn't want to confront. Don't run away from the truth and act ignorant just because you feel that it's not positive. It will piss you off at first, but eventually you will grow out of it. Only through facing the truth, you can truly know yourself on a deeper level and see everything with awareness. It's all about your perception about the truth. If you're a person who sees the bigger picture, the truth will set you free. But if you tend to practice fake positivity and bypass anything that seems uncomfortable, the truth will be negative for you. Ultimately, truth is the only path towards freedom from ignorance. Type Amen if you believe this. God says today, the way you respond to life, when the circumstances are completely opposite of how you want them to be, determines your spiritual maturity. When the circumstances are not pushing you outside of your comfort zone, you won't evolve. That's why a lot of people are surrounded by toxicity and darkness in form of dysfunctional families, toxic relationships, etc. You gotta learn to be the calm in the chaos. That doesn't mean you have to accept anything less than you deserve. It just means that when we are stuck in the circumstances like these, the universe is giving you an opportunity to build your spiritual stamina. Everything that goes against you is giving you a chance to elevate your level of consciousness. Type yes if you agree. Today's message only for you. Your life will consist of a series of times when you must reinvent yourself. We desperately cling to the idea that things should stay the same, but life and growth are about change. Don't mistake the end of a chapter for the end of the story. Lean into the plot changes and follow your character arc. If you are in a dark part of your tale, know that this night will not last forever, but you must be brave enough to see it through. This is not the end. Oh no, my friend. Take courage. Better things await you. Today's message for you: to be calm is the greatest asset in the world. It's the greatest siddhi, the greatest power you can have. If you can only learn to be calm, you will solve every problem. This is something you must remember. When you are perfectly calm, time stops. There is no time. Karma stops. Samskaras stop. Everything becomes null and void. For when you are calm, you are one with the entire energy of the universe, and everything will go well with you. To be calm means you are in control. You're not worried about the situation, the outcome, what is going to happen tomorrow. To be calm means everything is all right. There is nothing to worry about, nothing to fret over. This is also the meaning of the biblical saying, "Be still and know that I am God." To be calm is to be still. Type 1111 if you trust God. God is saying to you tonight, you don't have to be strong all the time. Give up the idea that strength is somehow about proving how tough or ruthless you are. Toughness is often just fear and anxiety in disguise. True inner strength has nothing to prove. It doesn't need to prove or convince others of its power. True strength is about being honest and vulnerable. It comes from within. It doesn't come from manipulating or controlling things on the outside. True strength allows you to speak openly and honestly about how you really feel from a place of peace. It encourages you to rear the out for and accept help when you need it. God says, think about how quickly time flies when you're really enjoying yourself. Impatience, on the other hand, means you're noticing the aspects of your situation that you're dissatisfied with, so time feels like it's dragging. This isn't where you want to focus your powerhouse of a mind. Remember that your dominant thoughts, words, and beliefs mold your experiences. Can you make a slight shift in your perspective from impatient to excited? How can you utilize this time to prepare? The more relaxed you are about timeline, the faster EA will unfold. All is well. Subscribe our channel if you love God. God message today's. Whenever you do something, put your heart and soul into it. Don't do anything half-heartedly in life. Your absolute commitment shows the universe that you're ready for the highest frequency. When you do something wholeheartedly, your consciousness completely shifts into that direction, and the manifestation process accelerates exponentially. You got to start making the choices that reflect your commitment towards whatever your soul resonates with. Channel all your energy into the things that fulfill your soul and let the universe express its magic through your very being. Align with your higher purpose. Type Amen if you believe this. God is saying to you today, it's okay if you just started realizing how incredible you are. It took so many lessons and divine timing to get you here. Embrace that miraculous feeling of newfound self-awareness. You never wasted any time. You are always on the right path, the path of spiritual nourishing and flourishing. All of the events that led you to this point is exactly what your journey needed. Your old skin has finally shed, and a new one has grown in its place. Take it easy on your mind, body, and spirit. You're rediscovering what it means to love yourself completely. The adventure is only beginning. Magic like you've never seen before is headed your way. Type Amen if you believe this. God is saying to you today, you're at this really powerful point in your life where you finally have the ability to create the vision you keep seeing for yourself. Your past was riddled with so many obstacles that reaching for your goals wasn't even at the forefront of your mind. Just getting into a good place was your primary focus. Now, you're here. And it's from this space that the energy to act on your positive momentum not only exists, but is abundant. You are beginning to manifest what you see for yourself. Not only because you deserve it, but because that is your power. This is your time. This is your turn. Type 2222 if you believe this. Type yes if you're ready. And share this video with 3 people who trust God. God is saying to you today, everything is already perfect. This is your lesson to learn as you strive to correct, perfect, and figure it all out. There's a divine orchestration guiding your life towards harmony. And when you can tap into that higher awareness, you'll see the innate perfection of it all. Through the seeming mistakes, mishaps, and disappointments, you twisted and turned through life to find yourself in the exact right place. Turn your focus away from the imperfections and flaws, and instead use your discerning, analytical mind to find the eloquent perfection of and connection between all things. That's when you'll truly be serving the purpose of your soul. Drop your expectations and amp. Connect with the perfection that's right in front of you, and you'll see it's all around you and within you and always has been. Type 2222 if you trust in God. Universe says, don't break the promises you make to yourself. No one likes to be let down by the people around them, but we often don't think twice when we let ourselves down because we don't see it as something that's equally important. But it is. It's easy to shrug off the weight of all the things we want to do, no matter how big or small they might be. Pushing them onto another unnamed day, tomorrow maybe, but not a tomorrow that's coming anytime soon. It's important to take the things we say to ourselves seriously, keeping the promises small until we've rebuilt that trust with ourselves. One little promise, day by day, and eventually you'll feel like you can rely on yourself again, like you can do anything, should you keep the promises you make to yourself. You don't have to change the world, but take yourself on that walk you've been avoiding. Wake up a little bit earlier, read that book that's been sitting on your bedside table, and do it unapologetically for yourself. They might feel like small steps, but eventually they'll cover a lot of ground, and one day you'll look back, able to recognize who you are, where you've been, and why you've kept going. Please subscribe our channel and turn on bell notification for more God message.